I'm just gonna keep it trucking. They said they been there, but I don't even recollect none of it. At least not through the hard times. I love how they act like they been around, know when they wasn't. When everything was going downhill, you sat there and just watched me coming. You never gave a hand, I made my own way out the dungeon. Now I'm making noise, they wondering what's all that ruckus. That's a 18-wheeler, semi-trailer, I'ma keep it trucking. Big rig driving, cargo hauling, I'ma keep it trucking. You hard moving, F-150, let's just keep it trucking. Out here busting moves, I ain't got time for no discussion. That man is insane. Swearing he been around since the beginning, boy, you must have damaged your brain. I am someone that they cannot contain. I remember being stuck on the side of the road while they were just passing my lane. Looking right at me like that is a shame. Looking right at me like that is a shame. When it come to been fake, man, I'm not a condoner. And truthfully, I really thought we were closer. I'm keeping it trucking, I don't need no closure. Where were you before the exposure? But now I'm about to wake them up out of a coma with songs that I dropped that as hard as a boner. Pause, they never showed up to class, but wanna be there when we handed diplomas. Yeah, most of the real ones extinct, yeah. Brother got flowed, it's the best sync day. Tryna hit me up saying let's speak and turn up sometime next week. No, I'm not feeling your intentions, so I'ma keep it trucking, cause I'm out here big rigging like a 18-wheeler, carrying them heavy trailers. Journeys on this road, some cold nights that made me shiver. Moving through Kentucky, feeling like I'm Bryson Tiller. Strangers love to stop me, swearing that I look familiar, but I love how they act like they been around, know when they wasn't. When everything was going downhill, you sat there and just watched me coming. You never gave a hand, I made my own way out the dungeon. Now I'm making noise, they wondering what's all that ruckus. That's a 18-wheeler, semi-trailer, I'ma keep it trucking. Big rig driving, cargo hauling, I'ma keep it trucking. You hard moving, F-150, let's just keep it trucking. Out here busting moves, I ain't got time for no discussion. I'ma go hard till I got a couple plaques hanging up on the wall like an art show. I deliver the truth like I'm picking up shipments of cargo. Texting me talking about you had my back, but you sounded so dumb on your smartphone. You must have lost your marbles, but now that you see I've been heating up quick, no charcoal. You wanna lie about friendships, never stuck around through the trenches, pretending like you had my back. I remember when I was doing bad, you did not be assistance. Oh, don't make me dig up the truth, I could do it so good like I work in forensics. They watching me so much, at this point, man, they binging. Too late, no rewind, yeah, access denied. It ain't sweet, no key lime. I take off G5, I'm too hot, deep fried, so back up, it's me time. Go hard each time, cause right now I need mine. I'm busting moves just like a 18-wheeler. They gon' get the picture, I don't need to add a filter. Shooting down their dreams, they gon' label me a killer. Strangers wanna stop me, swearing that I look familiar, but I love how they act like they been around, know when they wasn't. When everything was going downhill, you sat there and just watched me coming. You never gave a hand, I made my own way out the dungeon. Now I'm making noise, they wondering what's all that ruckus. That's a 18-wheeler, semi-trailer, I'ma keep it trucking. Big rig driving, cargo hauling, I'ma keep it trucking. You hard moving, F-150, let's just keep it trucking. Out here busting moves, I ain't got time for no discussion.
Well, boss, we got some new speakers. Got our support for our CB redone in the headliner. Another new speaker. Got a cool little stainless piece that's going to go over the old CB hole. We're going to cut two 2-inch holes in there and put a temperature gauge, outside temperature gauge, and probably a 2-inch light in there. Look at them bull holler stacks we got on there now. Yeah, boy. And we got all new chicken lights we're gonna put on it. So, got a lot going on. What's up, guys? Sunday, February 14th. The footage you just seen was from the last few days. Actually off today, Sunday, and first day I've had off in a bit. We got up to a big balmy 8 degrees today, y'all. Like this camera off, got a little glare to it. There we go. Yeah, balmy 8 degrees. We went down to a cold start on the old rat rod. Footage you seen for that, we've been shut down since Friday. Thursday was the last day we hauled any loads, and we've been shut down since then. And Friday we went in, we put a new seat in the rat rod and moved the good seat that was in the rat rod over to the driver's seat of the Freightliner, and moved that driver's seat that was in the Freightliner over to the passenger side to replace the bad seat that was in there. So got that done and put some new stacks, top stacks on the Freightliner as well. Some 7-inch miter cuts that were 4 foot tall. So changed the look of that truck big time after we did that. We also pulled the headliner down and replaced the speakers. Man, the headliner in them Freightliners ain't no joke, y'all, compared to a Pete. Man, it won't be as hard the next time I have to do it. It's just the first time I ever did that in the Classic. So next time it won't be so hard. But we got the headliner down. I put a bracket in there to support the CB because we didn't want to put the CB back in the original hole. We wanted to mount it underneath like on a Pete. So we did that, and we put a supporting bracket on the inside, and then we took an old license plate and cut it up, and license plate stainless. We turned it around on the shiny side, and we made a cover to go over that CB hole. And what we're going to end up doing, we ordered a outside temperature gauge, digital outside temperature gauge. We're going to put in that hole, and we're going to put a light or something right next to it in that piece of stainless bracket. So also toward the end of that little montage there, you see me drilling, and I kind of got thrown off on my recording on all that. I was going to do a big deal what all we're doing, but I had some people wondering what was going on. How come I hadn't put nothing out? So I figured I'd put a little something out. But we put a 102 whip behind the cab of that truck too. So we were drilling out in that cross member, was making the mount for that. Had to solder up the line, the cable, the coax, soldered it in, and ran it up into the cab of the truck. So got 18 chicken lights, new chicken lights to put on there, and I got to do some wiring on it. It's the only thing, I think that's about the only thing we got left to do to it for the shop. We're going to be off tomorrow and Tuesday, and they said we're not going to start running again till Wednesday when the temperature kind of moderates. But looking at the forecast, it looks like, at first it looked like the temperature was going to moderate back above freezing on Wednesday, but it looks like it's going to be more around Thursday or Friday now. So I don't know what we're going to do as far as the liquid. Fertilizer really don't freeze, but what happens is the valves at the place where we're loading, they're air actual, they're operated by air. And of course, you know, anything's operated by air has moisture in the system, and the valves go to acting up. Especially, you know, if it's 30 degrees, 25 degrees, it's not that big of a deal. But when it gets down to 4 and it gets down to -4 at night, us Texas boys, we don't prepare for stuff like that. So, so hopefully temperatures will moderate and we'll get back in it. So that's kind of what we're up to. I got a bunch of work I was wanting to do to the Pete, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it done this go around. We got so much to do on this Freightliner still, so I'll probably spend the next 2 days doing that. Just a lot of light work, chicken lights, and more just trying to make stuff pretty. Do have the drop visor here. do have the drop visor there for my Pete, and still waiting on to get our windshield done, and it's been too cold to do windshields while we're off this time too, so got to get that windshield done so I can get this thing put back on. Got me some new stickers made up, red, white, and blue, and also got some mini versions of my Boss Man's logo made up, and those are going to go on the inside of the visor along with some other ones when we get done. So that's kind of just what we've been up to the last few days. Been slow, man. My creative side just hasn't come out here lately due to the weather, and just, man, we've been running hard doing the same thing every day. So it's just kind of, I don't want to bore you guys with the same old footage over and over again. So that's what we're doing, and this is a check-in, and that's what we're up to. Hope everybody's been safe. Hope everybody's been doing good. Just watch the weather. Use your CB. If you got a CB in your truck, use it, guys. That's what it's for. Down there in Fort Worth, that big pileup they had, them guys would have had CBs in their trucks. They sure would have known what was going on ahead of time. But it's just, it's like nobody wants to use one anymore. It's something, I don't know. Which I know you don't want to hear all the jibber jabber and all that going around the truck stop. Well, turn it down, but turn that sucker up when you know it's adverse weather conditions, and let's just be safe out there, be vigilant, and you know, if it's icy, slow down. Them trucks are running 70. It looked like they were running 70 miles an hour when they went up and slamming into each other. It's crazy, boy. But kind of hits home too, because that's just right down the road, and I drive through there. We drive through there pretty often, so I mean, it could have easily been tangled up in that mess as well. So anyway, hope everybody's doing good, and keep the shiny side up, hammer down, support your veterans, and hopefully we'll have some good footage coming up soon. And catch you on the next 806 driver, Ronnie's Transport. We're out.